Here's how to connect your Frame account to Claude Code. Now this is a little bit more complicated than it should be, and that's why it took me quite a few attempts to get this right. It took me a lot of digging through documents, but you shouldn't have to do this. So just follow this tutorial and you should be good to go. Now here's the important thing. Once you connect to Claude Code, the possibilities are endless. You can upload and download directly from your system. You can pull comments, you can update statuses, like even if your comments have annotations and stuff, you can read all of that and you won't even have to open Frame. So let's get into it. Okay, here I am logged into my Frame account. Here you can see I have two different accounts that are associated to the same email here, right? But once you connect Claude Code to this one email, you're gonna have access to both of those accounts, basically. You're gonna have access to all of those. So the first step is I'm gonna go into settings. And then here under authentication, it's going to give you an option to connect to your Adobe account. Now, since I've already done that, it says manage on Adobe. So that means it's already connected. If you see manage on Adobe as well, that means you have your Frame connected to Adobe. This is because Adobe owns Frame now, and that's also why it's a little bit complicated and you have to dig into the Adobe developer portal, but we're going to get through it right now. So after confirming this step, I'm going to go into developers.adobe.com here. I've already have the tab open, but you can just like go into here and make sure that you're logged in into the same account. And then I'm gonna go here in console. Next up, I'm gonna go here and create a new project. And here we have options to add APIs. So we need to find the Frame API here. So I'm gonna press add API, and then here we can see Frame. So perfect. I can tick this on and then press next, press user authentication, and then OAuth, and I'm gonna press OAuth web app since I want it to be connected to my Claude Code using my terminal. Okay, now this part is a little bit scary, but basically when you log into Frame, it gives you back a key. Here we're trying to define the location where Frame is going to send the actual key back. So in this case, since we are running Claude Code on our computer, and that address should be our own computer here. So I'm gonna put in localhost 8080 here, and then I can also add in /callback. So again, here this means localhost is my computer, and 8080 is basically just which port it's going to enter through. And so it could be whichever port that you want. Just make sure that it's freed up. You don't have any other apps running around in that particular port. And callback here means that we are waiting to catch that code from Frame. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm just going to paste this here again and then click next. All of the scopes here are fine. This is all we need. And then I'm going to press save configured API. So this is the credential that we've just made. So I'm going to go in here, press retrieve client secret. And then we have our client ID, client secret, and redirect URI. So again, these are the three things that we need to connect our Frame account to Claude Code. So I'm gonna copy all this and then head over to the Claude app. Now I'm gonna head over to the Claude app and I'm gonna make sure that I'm in the code tab and not cowork or chat. You can't really make it work with the chat tab, and with cowork tab, it is a little bit more complicated. So we're just gonna go with the easiest, which is code. And then here I'm gonna paste in all those three items that we just made. Make sure that you have your workspace connected, of course. And then I'm gonna paste in here all the items that I got from Frame. And then additionally, I'm going to just say that help me set up this Frame v4 API on this workspace as my personal Frame account. Then I'm also going to attach this setup guide that I made. Again, this is because I dug through the documents and did a lot of research to do this. So just saving you all the trouble. So just attach this file and it'll help Claude Code set up basically this account. And then I'm gonna send it. Now it has given me a link to paste into my browser and approve the login. We're almost done, trust me. So I'm just gonna copy this here and go back into my browser and paste it here. I'm just gonna sign in again using that own account. And I'm gonna allow access. And now it says this site cannot be reached. That's completely fine. We just need this code from our URL. So I'm just gonna copy this new URL that I just generated and I'm gonna copy it and paste it in here. So this super long code that here you got from your URL is basically like a ticket. And so it's not your code. Your code is just basically going to go and take this code in the form of a ticket, and then it's gonna get that login code. And here we can see it's done and working. And so again, as a demo, I'll just give you an example of what you can actually do with this token. I'm just gonna go here in one of my projects and I'm gonna add a comment that, hey, I don't like this line. All right, remove this. Remove this line. Then I need like I need an image here. Basically, again, like I'm just adding comments just to show you the functionality of it. But the use case of this could be, you could just send this link to your clients and have your clients comment on these, or you could comment on these yourself. And then you would essentially just tell Claude to take action on those comments and update versions. It can see comments, even annotations, and it can take actions based on those things. So I'm just gonna copy this folder's link and I'm gonna go back to the chat, and then I'm gonna tell it to address the comments that I made, some of these. I'm just showing you that it can actually read and see the comments and can actually take action on this. Again, the possibilities are endless. Like if you have Claude connected to Higgsfield or Fall AI, whatever it is, and you're generating creatives in bulk, and then you also need to have a review step either with yourself or a client, this will save you a lot of trouble in terms of organization and uploading and downloading files. Literally, your imagination is the limit. Here you can see that it can see the comments that I just pasted. So remove this line. I need a relevant image here. And it's also seeing the annotation coordinates as well. So again, like your imagination is the limit here. If you've been generating carousels and statics from Claude directly, which is not also too bad, this is nice, like a review step, because obviously like you have to give feedback and get things perfectly right as per your needs, right? And 2 minutes later, it's done. And if I go back here into Frame, you can see that it has updated version as V3 and it has addressed all my comments. So yeah, like if I just go into compare versions, you can see the old version with my comment of just adding this banner thing. It just did exactly that. And it has also added an acknowledgement comment. So this is dope. And all of these other creatives and carousels, by the way, have also been generated through Claude. And so if you want to know how to do that, just make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be breaking that down as well in this channel. And this setup guide MD file, I'm going to be linking down in the description. So make sure to get that if you want help setting that up. That's it for the video. See you in the next one.